Hey, my Go Tribe. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I want to discuss something, and I hope you guys listen to understand and not listen to contradict. Now, I have noticed a serious trend going on in Nigeria right now, and it's actually disheartening. Number one, let me start with this. In our daily lives and in the lives of Nigerians, there's one thing that stops us from progressing forward, and this will always be division. Trying to divide yourself into specific groups or trying to divide yourself into specific cultures, these habits will always create a downfall. You will never rise past this. We do not have the mentality of coming together as a unit. Whether you're Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, it doesn't matter. We don't have this tradition. And you would notice in recent times that even when it comes to our celebrities, our great artists, there's so much division from the fan bases that it creates a destabilization within the artists themselves. Now artists can't even feel free to express themselves or collaborate with each other because of fan bases. You see, when you start comparing people and say, oh, this one is greater than this and this one is better than that, you mess up the system for the long run. We have to understand and know when to give credit to people. A generation like ours is full of great minds. A lot of them are even too scared to come out to educate or to speak about different issues because, number one, they are not mentally ready for the chaos that comes with that. They are not mentally ready for the contradiction back and forth. And also, they are not ready to be put in comparison to people. Everyone has the ability to be great. Please understand this. We would never rise out of the pain we go through if we don't learn to come together. And this is why I am making this video, because I notice this trend now, even with content creators. Now, let's speak about Very Dark Man. A lot of people might bash me for supporting him and all that, but I honestly appreciate the work he does. It is very difficult to get up and stand for something and have integrity on not just a month, but a few years now. I appreciate his work ethics, and if you notice and pay attention well, as he goes every month, every year, he's growing. He's learning. The way he even presents issues are different. He doesn't attack as much, He is, trying to be receptive to everyone. This is a great mind, and he's a necessity for Nigeria. And he also has the Rattles, which I'm proudly part of. I have put myself there, whether they like it or not, shook myself in there. But at the same time, saying that and understanding who he is, I also understand that VDM cannot take the whole of Nigeria with him. We have over 200 million people, and it is impossible, no matter how much he wants to physically, it is impossible to be in different places at the same time. It's impossible. It is impossible to cater to every single Nigerians. Although he has done something so fantastic by building his NGO and building an office where people can come. But Nigeria needs voices. Nigeria needs people that not just sit down and observe, but actually participate in the growth of Nigeria. And this is where we come up with other people like Mama P and all the rest of them. Amazing people on their own end. I have learned to appreciate the good people do, especially if it is something I cannot physically do. I lend my voice, I add my follow. I love, like, Randy Peters also. I'm sorry, I don't know all their names. I know them by face, but I don't know all their names. I follow people like Justice Crack because I love the information I would naturally not get somewhere else. These are all different platforms, but now there's a division between platforms. Now, when we talk about someone like VDM, he's a very educated man. He thinks strategically and he looks for progress down the line. But please, Rattles, or everybody else, because I see it's mostly Rattles right now bantering with people on the internet. You try to take credit from other creators also that are trying. You see, not everybody can get up and do what Mama P did. What VDM did was very commendable, it's beautiful, it's nice. But also what Mama P and Randy Peters and the rest likes of him are doing is also commendable. You cannot, because you like one person, divide yourself in such a way that you take away credit from other people that are trying. They might not do it in the way VDM would do it, but they are also trying. I personally, I love great minds. I love seeing people progress. I love seeing the, see, even in life, enemies also have also sat down together and say, listen, we might not like each other, but we can grow our companies together. And they put their emotions aside, they put their egos aside for the betterment of the country. And there was also the situation where, with the Bielsa guy that got arrested, a lot of people had a quarrel with the likes of Mama P and Randy Peters that they never came out to speak for the guy, even when he was innocent. And I can't lie, I understand it, but it doesn't make sense if we say we're fighting for the people, but we choose sides on who we're going to speak about and who we're going to come out for. Because you're supposed to not have ego when you're dealing with growth. You're supposed to focus on the betterment of the people. But because we are so divided, it's a problem. We will never be able to change the system if we follow the same pattern. And trust me, the only people that benefit from this division are actually our leaders. They would love to see everybody scattered. You can look at a man like VDM and get tricks and traits from him. And if you even notice what happened yesterday, he said, listen, as much as I am at the army right now, there are other creators you should address. There are other creators. So he pushes those people there. I personally, as a creator, I look at the way he works and I'm like, okay, I can work this way. I can talk to people this way. I can address. I take the best from everyone. In this life is not guaranteed to absolutely no one. Look what happened in the space when he took 1-2 weeks off. Everyone halted. Everyone froze because everyone put their whole energy and their whole efforts into him, expecting him to speak on issues, expecting him to be in places, expecting him to show up. But you forgot to use the principles of what he's teaching to upgrade yourself and to know how to carry the nation when he's not around. Like I say, life is unpredictable. Today you're here, tomorrow you could be gone. What happens, God forbid, knock on wood, like what happens if something happened to him? Would Nigerians shut down, or you now start running to other creators that you had previously dismissed? Please learn to give credit to people when credit is due. Not everyone thinks alike, and not everyone is going to function in the same pattern. What might work for one set of people might not work for the next set of people. One thing I have understood, especially in Nigeria, is people do not always react positively to calmness. Sometimes you need to bring out the big guns. Sometimes in order to stop oppression, you must pull the big guns aside. There was another instance when there was a protest and somebody brought up the rattles and there was a weird reaction from Mama P. I get all that, but let's come together because we have the same goal. Your version of a better Nigeria is not better than the next person's version of Nigeria. But if we separate ourselves from the cause and we focus more on trying to make ourselves look better, everyone is going to fail. Everyone should focus in the lane in which they have positioned themselves without having to knock someone else. If you're a rattle, push great narratives, focus on the message. When you speak about integrity, integrity comes also with compassion. It comes also with other great qualities. But if we are bantering and fighting, we are fighting the people who are fighting us, and we're now still fighting other creators also. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Me, I'm just there in the middle, and I observe and I try to be unbiased in situations. You might think someone is not doing great, but trust me, out of every nonsense information, there is always sense in the middle. Learn to take what is positive out of it and learn to come together and merge together so we can show our leaders that we are one Nigeria. Because if not, I promise you we would fail. See you on the next one.